How many applications does it take to get one interview right now? 50? 100? More? Here's the problem. You're using AI to write applications. We're using AI to screen them. It's two bots talking, zero human connection. To get hired in 2026, you have to break the AI loop, identify the key pain points that companies are trying to solve, and make your application stand out. And in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do and finally land that first job in the AI industry. I'm Giedrius, Chief Academic Officer at Turing College, where we train people for AI careers. I've been working in edtech for over a decade, building AI systems, writing code, shipping products, and most importantly, making hiring decisions for dozens of roles. By now, I've hired around 200 technical mentors in AI and data, so I've seen thousands of applications. And I can tell you exactly why most get rejected in under a minute. It's not always just your qualifications. The problem is AI has driven the cost of creating resumes and cover letters to zero. When everyone uses AI to generate applications and then we use AI to screen them, the system has optimized for efficiency but destroyed the trust and connection. If you use a bot to decode a job description and another bot to write your resume, you're producing the same cheap talk as 1,000 other candidates, becoming completely invisible. You have to look past the corporate speak and identify the actual human pain point they're trying to solve. Most people, especially ones starting in AI, don't know how to decode this. So either they don't apply when they should, or they apply wrong. That's why today I'm walking you through a real recent junior AI job posting. I'll show you what they're actually asking for, what's flexible, what's not, and how to position yourself to stand out. By the end, you'll know how to read job postings like an insider instead of just kind of winging it and hoping you're getting it right. And if you find this useful, let me know in the comments and I'll break down more roles at different seniority levels in future videos. All right, let's dive in. Okay, so let's jump to it. Junior AI Implementation Specialist job description. First impressions. Immediately, the name of the role is quite interesting. It's not a traditional one. You might have heard a lot of junior software engineer, junior developer roles, junior front-end engineers, but a junior AI implementation specialist, that is something new. So some things that also come to mind. There's not a salary range here, even though it is a full-time anywhere. So assuming a remote position. So what I would suggest doing first is to get a broader sense of just what is this job posting about. Is it a tech role? Is it a management role? Is it an operational role? This is always a good step no matter what kind of a job posting you are looking at. So a way to do this is to look at the job summary first. Support development and deployment of AI-powered voice, chat, and email agents using platforms like 11 Labs, OpenAI, including OpenAI Voice, Claude, Grok, and Vibe Code Concepts. Vibe Code Concepts, that's already very interesting. A modern look at the software engineering role. Next, collaborate on AI prompting, workflow automation with N8N, make Zapier and integrations via webhooks and APIs. Entry-level role with mentorship and growth opportunities. So quite a lot of information here already, but let's jump to the required qualifications immediately because that usually gives quite a lot of information as well. So bachelor's in computer science, IT, AI, or related field. So not a traditional requirement where it lists a specific number of years or a very specific degree, because it says it could be something related. So even in some cases, self-learning can be fine. Turing College could definitely be something that applies here as well if you've gone through any of the coding-heavy programs that we have. The next line here, basic knowledge of AI prompting for voice, chat, and email agents with exposure to 11 Labs, OpenAI, including OpenAI Voice, Claude, Grok, and Vibe Code Concepts. Already we start seeing that this is repeating what's been said in the job summary. Immediately we can see experience with N8N, Make, Zapier, which was mentioned before already, so nothing new here, webhooks and APIs. So all of these things that's actually something we have already seen. Then we have the classical job description line of strong problem-solving skills and attention to detail. Who doesn't love that? And 0 to 2 years experience, recent graduates welcome. So with all of this, the qualifications and the job summary, we can immediately make a pretty good guess regarding what the general direction of this role is. It is a tech role, so if you haven't done any coding before at all, it's probably not for you. But if you just want to get into the field of development, specifically with AI, this could be a perfect opportunity to do it. It lists some exact tools, skills, we will get into that soon, but should be enough for us to start with. So one more thing that we noticed initially was that we didn't have a pay range. We can make a rough guess here. It can really vary based on the region, but assuming this is a US company, so NetCarrier is a US company, junior development roles can easily reach 100K per year, even with some bonuses afterwards. Can be different in Europe, but it's something that would be very good then to ask during an interview. So to get the interview, we need to think of the more detailed nuances of this job posting, to think how to make our application stand out. So this is now the second step after we've realized what the general direction is. The second step is to start looking for exact needs of the company, trying to find what hints there are in the wording, the sentences in this description. So now, instead of going straight to the key responsibilities, let's do one more thing. Let's look at the website of the company, because usually there's a lot of very valuable information there. Very conveniently, there's a website link right here, and we can start doing our detective work. So what does NetCarrier do? Communication built on trust, innovation built for tomorrow. So an innovative communication business can mean a lot of things. Let's dig further. Unlock the potential of effortless communication. Running small or medium-sized business is tough enough. Already, we can see who they are targeting. Small to medium-sized businesses. Don't let communication tools slow you down. So they are most likely building communication tools. To make it easier to see what exactly they're building, ideally, the website would have some kind of a products page. In this case, they have a solutions section here. And we see that there's a Connect Smart AI voice automation product here at the very top. We can make a very good guess here that the role that's being hired for will need to work with this product. So let's see what we can find here. We leverage AI-powered workflows built around your business outcome. At NetCarrier, we don't just add AI to our calls. Very interesting here, adding AI to our calls. We build automation around your business goals. So automations for business, that's another area. Or workflow automation and multi-channel orchestration integrate seamlessly into your daily operations, delivering faster ROI without the need for developers. So some kind of no-code tools that automate business processes, that integrate voice agents most likely into that whole system. Really makes sense because we've seen the job description requiring voice APIs, libraries for creating voice agents. So let's go back to the job description and start thinking about these exact things that we should be mentioning. The very first thing I would recommend is to just note down for yourself that in this job posting, if you are applying for it, voice is key. So you want to focus on these exact tools like 11 Labs, OpenAI Voice, and to be able to demonstrate that you know how they work, and ideally to actually be able to demonstrate some portfolio items using these technologies. There's a very nice idea here. They have mentioned vibe coding, and actually in preferred skills, they mentioned no-code, low-code platforms. So what I would do here if I wanted to apply to this job, I would probably just vibe code a very quick app which uses 11 Labs or OpenAI Voice to create some kind of a platform where you can talk with an AI agent. If you're really getting into it, if you find it interesting, you could even try to create something where you can switch between the different models. So compare how OpenAI Voice versus 11 Labs work. Maybe you could even find some less popular voice integration, show that you know how that works, that you're curious about AI, and that you're able to experiment with these different technological solutions. Now, if you get to the job interview with this vibe coded app, another recommendation I would have at that point, make sure that you check the code. And if you get questions about it, you don't get completely lost. Vibe coding is really good if you just want to create a quick prototype, show that you know something in that area. But considering this is a technical role, you should still be comfortable with the code that has been written. Okay, moving on. Build test workflows using N8N. Make Zapier for automations across AI systems. Not really a hint. This is really straightforward. These are very popular tools right now for automations, especially relating to AI. So my suggestion here, if you haven't done this already, try to create something with N8N, a small prototype, just to be comfortable in talking about how it works, to also be able to demonstrate it as a portfolio item. It's going to be useful not only for this job application, but for many others that you might have as well. Okay, moving on. Integrate AI agents with external services via webhooks and APIs for seamless data flow. So if you're unsure whether your tech skills are enough for this role, if you want to just refresh your skills on some of the topics, APIs, webhooks could be very good. Another hint here, if you're ever seeing webhooks, you could look into WebSockets as a technology as well. It's usually considered a slightly more complex thing, although still quite easy to do if you just put in some time to it. Now, the next point here is test debug AI workflows for voice, chat, and email functionalities, ensuring reliability. There's actually two very interesting points here. So the first one is, I would say reliability is a key word in many AI projects, in many AI companies. AI, in its essence, is quite unpredictable. There's even technological reasons for that, mathematical reasons for that. Let's not get into it, but companies need to work around that somehow, and they need people who can find ways to make these AI products reliable. Saying that this is something that interests you, that you want to make big, large-scale applications using AI reliable, this can immediately score you some bonus points. But the second thing here, actually it connects even to the next line here, document processes, prompts, and integrations for scalability. So this connects to test and debug AI workflows. I call this as insurance against boring work. Almost any role in the world will have some parts of the job that is not going to be as exciting as the really innovative parts. So here I would say testing the AI workflows, just going through the same things over and over again, making sure that they work correctly, documenting what worked, what didn't. It could get tedious at some points, but if you can mention in your job application that you're not afraid of any kind of job that needs to be done to make the product work, that should be a very good thing to mention as well, both in the application and in the job interview. Now, the final line here says collaborate with teams to gather requirements and resolve issues. There's actually something about teamwork, hints about it in the job summary as well. So it said that you in this role would support development and deployment of AI-powered voice things. It said collaborate on AI prompting, workflow automation with N8N, and so on. So support, collaborate, this is them mentioning that you will be working in a team. If you can give examples of you working in teams, learning from others, being just an amazing person to work with, that's already going to give them a lot more confidence that you would be a really great fit for this role. And basically, we went through the whole job posting. So if I was hiring for this role, to summarize, what would I be looking for? First and foremost, I would do a very quick filter on whether the person can demonstrate that they are at least capable of doing basic technological things, basic development. Second, whether they can then specialize in the specific area of AI that's relevant for this role, which is voice. Then for these voice technologies, AI technologies, I would be looking for portfolio items so that it's not just fancy text that AI might have written, it's actually proof that you can share. And finally, it's a team player so that you can demonstrate that you will be working seamlessly within a team and not afraid to do any kind of work that might sometimes even be boring. So that's how you decode a junior AI job posting in 2026. The barrier isn't credentials or years of experience. It's understanding what the company actually needs and positioning yourself to show you can deliver, even if you are just starting out. If you found this breakdown helpful, let me know in the comments and I'll do more of these for different roles and different seniority levels. Mid-level operations roles, senior strategy positions, just tell me what you're targeting and I'll break down real postings like this one. Because whether you're just starting out or pivoting from another field, there's a path in. You just need to frame your experience correctly and add the right AI knowledge for your level. If you're serious about making this transition, that's what we help with at Turing College. Building projects that map to real jobs at your level, positioning your experience, preparing for interviews. Check the link in the description. Hope you found this video valuable, and if so, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more helpful content like this. And if you're at the very start of your AI journey, click this video here to see how I'd start over and become an AI engineer in 2026. It is packed full of tips, so check it out and I'll see you in the next one.